Well, hi, I'm Dawn Symington with Symington Says. And today we have Joe Impellizzeri with me, and he is with Utica Community Schools, the Foundation for Educational Excellence. We're very glad to have him in the studio with us. And I'm with Top Flight Financial, a local mortgage company here in Shelby Township. And I visit you each week with different folks in the community who are either nonprofit or for-profit looking to promote their business and services. So if that's something that you're interested in doing, please let me know. I can be reached at area code 586-254-5711. And of course, you can use that number 2 as well to get pre-approved to buy a home or to refinance your existing home. Thank you for joining us today, Joe.
My pleasure, Dawn.
Thank you. Did I have your names pronounced correctly?
Excellent. Thank you.
Good,
Thank you.
Good. So what is the UCS Foundation?
Well, the UCS Foundation is a nonprofit organization. It's been around since 1986.
Okay.
It was founded by a group of local community leaders and business leaders really to come together to provide some additional funding and educational opportunities for students in Utica Community Schools. So we're approaching our 30th anniversary, and it's been a wonderful resource for the community, for the students, and certainly for the school district.
What extra services do you provide?
Well, we actually provide the funding, and we work in partnership with the school district to determine where to place the funding, over the years. And over the past 28 years, some of the funding has gone for at-risk students. It's gone for scholarships to provide technology and enhancements in the classroom. Really a wide range of things, depending on what the priorities are and the needs are for the school district at the time. So yeah, it's really been a great resource.
And how are you funded?
Well, we do a number of things and activities throughout the year. Like most fundraising organizations, we have a fund drive, an annual membership drive each fall. We host a number of special events throughout the year that raise money for scholarships and some of the other things that we do on behalf of the district. So I'd love to be able to share some information about some of those events today.
Okay, great. Yeah. So let's start. What is Arts and Idols?
Well, Arts and Idols is our signature fundraising event.
Okay.
It's modeled off the TV show American Idol. So obviously there's a lot of singing involved. And it's really a gala that it's an all-inclusive evening where there's a singing competition for prize money, an all-inclusive night with food, beverages, everything you could want for an evening. And at the end of the evening, I should say, one of the contestants will walk away with a $3,000 first place prize. All the other contestants will walk away with some prize money, and we try to raise as much money as we can for the foundation on behalf of the school district.
So is that coming up here soon?
It is. It's the last Thursday in May, May 29th. It's at the Palazzo Grand, right at 25 and Van Dyke here in Shelby. And they do a wonderful job. The food is excellent, the beverages are excellent, and the service is impeccable, and they've really been a great host for us for the past few years. And the evening starts out about 6 p.m. with appetizers, and then dinner will be served at 7. And then throughout the evening, the singers will come out and perform in front of some celebrity judges.
Okay.
And we're probably one of the few events where our celebrity judges are actually local judges. So
can you tell us who?
Yeah, absolutely. Catherine Viviano is one of our judges, as is William Hackle.
Oh, fantastic.
And Kimberly Wiegand is our third judge. So they've been doing it for a couple years and do a wonderful job. And I think they look forward to the event each year. And I think a nice twist this year is all of our contestants are Utica High School students in the district. Back in March, we had 60 students come out and audition for some of our music instructors. And there was so much talent there, and it was a difficult decision. But they whittled it down to 7 of the top performers. And those 7 will be at the event that night performing for the prize money. So, and in addition to everything we talked about earlier, the one nice aspect of this event too is you have the opportunity to buy artwork that was created by students in the district, by staff in the district, and by alumni in the district. And all the proceeds from the sale of the artwork goes back to support the fine arts programs across the district. So it's really a win-win. It supports the fine arts program, and then the larger proceeds support what we call the superintendent's scholarship fund.
Okay.
And each year the superintendent identifies deserving seniors across the district. Last year the foundation was able to provide 32 $1,000 scholarships to those students. And it's really a cross-section from every high school in the district. And it's not just the top-performing 4.0 students. It's students that are going to community college, or going to technical school. So it's really a cross-section of everybody that attends Utica schools across the district.
Wow, Joe, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
So if our viewers want to get tickets, how do they do that?
Sure. You can always call the foundation office at 586-797-6953, or you can visit our website at www.artsandidols.org. And the "and" is spelled out A-N-D, so it's artsandidols.org. You can go online and literally download a form to fill out to buy. And tickets are pretty reasonable. As a nonprofit organization, the majority of your ticket price you can write off as a tax deduction on top of it. So tickets start at $65.
Oh, that's reasonable.
You can buy a table of 10 for $550, so you get a $10 discount. And the majority of that purchase price is a tax deductible contribution. And we also have sponsorship opportunities ranging from $550 all the way up to $5,000. So we welcome everybody and anybody. It's a wonderful evening because the community really comes together for the event. Not only are there people from the district, teachers, administrators, there's a lot of parents there, a lot of people that do business in the school district, elected officials, both local and state. Our teachers union, they come out in force to help support the event as well, the UEA. So it really is a wonderful night, kind of the best of Utica schools, and it's really a tremendous evening.
Does the audience get to vote on the...
Well, yeah, the judge is ultimately picked, but we have kind of what's called a viewer's choice for some alternative awards that go out during the evening, so there is some participation from everybody that attends as well. We also have some special 50-50 drawings throughout the night, so depending on your level of interest, there's so many things to get involved with.
And the
that
artwork
night.
is like a silent auction?
We have silent and live auction items, so that takes place throughout the evening. And the wonderful thing about the event, it's on a Thursday evening. We start at 6 and everybody's done by 9:30.
Oh, wow.
So it's really a nice condensed event, a lot of action going on throughout the evening. It's really a wonderful time.
Sounds excellent.
Yeah.
So what happens during the evening? What's the progression of the night?
Right. Well, we start with appetizers at 6, dinners at 7. During that time, the silent auction is open for everyone. And then at the conclusion of dinner, the singers will start coming out maybe every 15 minutes or so, and in between there, you have the opportunity to do different things, whether it's the 50-50 or some other opportunities throughout the night. So it's not back-to-back singers. We kind of alternate them with other activities that are going on.
Okay, very nice. So is there anything else that I'm missing that you want to tell me about the event, about the evening?
No, we really encourage everybody to come out. I think you'll probably know somebody if you come to the event. We normally get anywhere between 600 and 800 people there, and the venue is beautiful. You're bound to have a great time, and it's all for a great cause, for the Superintendent Scholarship Fund and for the Fine Arts Program, across the district. So we just encourage everybody to get involved in some way.
That's excellent.
Yeah.
That's excellent. Okay, well, we're going to take a break. And when we come back, we'll be talking a little bit more to Joe. Thank you.
Do you have any gold or silver laying around your house? Then come on down to the Little Gold Shack.
From that broken bracelet in your jewelry box to the earring that doesn't have a match, the Little Gold Shack offers you a clean and safe environment to turn your gold into green. With over 30 years experience in the jewelry business, it's almost like receiving free money. So grab your gold and come check out the Little Gold Shack, which is open daily. Located on Van Dyke, just south of 23 Mile. The Little Gold Shack gives big cash back.
Well, hello and welcome back to Symington Says. I'm your host, Dawn Symington. And today in the studio, we have Joe Impellizzeri with me. And he is with the UCS Foundation. And Joe, it's a pleasure to have you today.
It's great to be here, Dawn. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Before the break, we talked a lot about Arts and Idols, which is coming up at the end of May. I believe it's May 29th. And it's on a Thursday evening. And to purchase tickets, we're going to have a phone number for you and also a website on the screen at the end of our show. And now that we're back on, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about a new program I heard about. It's called UCS is Success.
Right.
What's that?
Well, it's actually a new initiative from the district to identify the success stories that have come out of the Utica Community Schools over the years. So we're reaching out to alumni, business people in the community, parents, grandparents, everybody that has a story to tell about some success story within the district. And it's really a wonderful collage, really, of stories that are emanating out of the community that really speak to the strength of the school district and how valuable it is to the local community.
Can you give us any examples of someone that you've had to the is it event or within the program that has
Well,
spoken?
actually, it's really going through the communications department there. They're reaching out. You can go to the UCS website, the Utica Community Schools website, and kind of sign up to be someone to provide a testimonial, and they'll reach out and contact you about opportunities to share your story. But one of them, just kind of a related story that came out of it that really would probably strike home for a lot of people, is a local realtor shared his story about how appreciative he is of the school district because it's such a strong magnet for people looking to buy a home that one of the first things they consider is the strength of a school district. And because Utica Schools has a great reputation, it really helps maintain property values in the district. And his story was such that we really need to make sure that we have a strong school district because it means so much to everybody that live in the area.
Absolutely, that's excellent. That's really nice. And so do you have any other events coming up?
We do. September 15th, we have our annual golf outing. It's out at Burning Tree Golf and Country Club.
Okay.
It's a wonderful event. Again, you can have a great day out on the golf course, support a wonderful cause, the students in Utica Community Schools. And again, you can visit our website or call the foundation office for more information about that. But it's a very reasonably priced golf outing. We promise a wonderful time for everybody that comes out.
Great, great. Where's Burning Tree?
Burning Tree is in Macomb Township, 21 Mile in North Avenue. It would be the northwest corner of 21 Mile in North Avenue. It's a private club, but it's a wonderful track. People will enjoy playing there. The food is wonderful, and obviously you'll be amongst friends when you come out.
That's excellent.
Yeah.
That's excellent. And the last thing I was hoping that we could talk about was a little bit about Career Day.
Yeah, I'd love to talk about that. In fact, I'm going to ask you some questions because I think this year was the first year you had the opportunity to participate in an event we call Career Focus. And it's been going on for 21 years in Utica Schools. And it's over a 2-day period. We invite every 6th grader in the district to come out to the Palazzo for what we call their first business lunch. And for the month leading up to the event, the students go through a curriculum with our media instructors to develop video resumes of what they aspire to be when they grow up. And in preparation for that event, they spend a lot of time researching careers and looking at different options for post-high school. And really, for the district, it's really planting the seed in those students that not only are you going to graduate, but we want you to go on to do something after graduation, whether it's a university, community college, technical school, but the expectation is that you're going to go out and do great things based on the education you received at Utica Community Schools. And the wonderful partnership is every table is sponsored by a business person out in the community. So they share their educational background and what it took to get to the career that they're in, what they like about their career, what they don't like. And it's really a great kind of give and take between the students and the business people. So I'm curious to get your reaction to what you experienced.
It was so fun. Okay,
Yeah.
so I had a table of eight students, and the first thing I talked about was I talked about my son going to Utica Schools and that he does, and that he's 10 years old as a 5th grader. And then I talked about my career path and how I started and then went through high school, and then I went to Oakland University, and I said, how many know what Oakland University is? And oh yeah, it's a college. And then 2 or 3 had either relatives that go, like brothers or sisters that go there, so that was really neat. And I really, really enjoyed, they had their business cards, and it was electronic, so we clicked on it and saw each business card. And it was with using the, what do you call that?
The QR code.
The QR code, yep. So they
Right.
each had a QR code on their name badge, so we pressed into that and saw 2 things. We got to see their business card, and so what I did is I passed around my business card to each one of them, and each one of them had my business card, and I asked them to give me a compliment or 2 and then a tip, like a recommendation on what they would suggest that I do differently or better. And I did have a QR code, so they noticed that and they liked that a lot. They liked my picture on the card. This one young man turns over my card and he says, wow, this is a lot of wasted dead space on the back. He says, I recommend that you maybe put your services, what you offer, on the back. And I thought that was great.
Not bad for a 6th grader.
Right. I was a little
Yeah.
bummed that I just printed like 2,000 cards and I didn't seek his knowledge beforehand. But absolutely, he was very, very insightful, as they all were. I was very impressed by that. So we enjoyed lunch together. And then I brought a YouTube video because I heard that there's going to be, they each had done a video. And so I have some videos I do with YouTube, why Top Flight Financial, why get a mortgage with me, and then I just keep duplicating or doing more and more videos. So I played one for them, and then each of them had a video that they created on what they wanted their future life to look like, what career path they wanted to choose, and then what skills and talents they had today. So someone played a musical instrument, they talked about that, or someone was a cheerleader or track runner, and what made them a great candidate for their position as a police officer or as a doctor or as a nurse. So I had future doctors, nurses, police officer, IT. There's an IT person that wanted to get into computers. So it was excellent.
Good. I'm glad you enjoyed it. And I think really the benefit of that is as those kids transition into middle school, where you start looking at options for classes, and especially when you get into high school, maybe that kind of plants the seed that maybe I need to really focus on the classes that I take so I am prepared in high school and when I leave high school for college or whatever lies beyond after high school. So we think that event really does a nice job of kind of capturing their mindset at the time and really projects them hopefully to a successful future.
Yeah, and it's so at each table that I could see there was a person from, like you had said, from a local business that is a business owner or a leader in the community, right? Of some sort.
Correct.
And then also I think that there was a teacher or a representative of Utica Community Schools, right?
Yeah, usually a teacher or a principal.
A facilitator.
Correct.
Was at each of the tables as well. Yeah, so that was really nice, and I got to talk to her, and she's a teacher within the school system, and so that was really exciting.
Yeah, it really does give you hope for the future because the kids really, they really dress up and kind of think, you know what, hopefully we're in good hands with these kids.
We're talking suits and ties, and the ladies had beautiful dresses on. They were very proper. The gentleman beside me pulled out my chair for me.
That's wonderful. Well, we appreciate you being a part of that. It really meant a lot.
It was a good time. It was great. How many volunteers do you have, or how many sponsors, I guess, do you have?
Well, the kids took up, over the 2-day period, 270 tables. So we had, I think, 269 sponsors. We were one table short this year.
Okay.
And it actually worked out okay because one of the administrators in the district actually sat at that table and talked about their career, which is kind of nice. But we really get a strong outpouring of support from the community, and we have room for more next year. So if anybody's interested in participating in something like that, just let us know at the foundation. We'd be happy to
even have
get
a
them
couple,
involved.
right,
Absolutely.
at the table.
Absolutely.
Have you thought about, and this might be a little bit too much to think through, but have you thought about putting all the kids that want to become police officers at one table with a policeman, or doctors at another table with somebody who's in the medical field? Do you already do that, or?
We don't. I think it's something that we can consider in the future, and maybe the kids can kind of self-select some of the people that they talk to based on their areas of interest right now. Logistically, we got to work that out.
Yeah, that's a little tricky.
When you're dealing with 1,400 people in a room at one time, it makes it a little challenging, but it is something that we would consider down the road.
Just the thought that I guess. So in final question, could you tell our viewers what were some of the business that were represented, or what were some of the career paths that were represented there?
Sure. Our two keynote speakers were from the healthcare field, so we had a lot of representation from that area, which is such a strong career path right now, whether it's physician's assistants, nursing, physicians themselves, physical therapists. Just such a growing field with all the changes that are going on nationally in healthcare. But you had everything from design, police officers, engineering, IT, you mentioned. And I think that's our goal in the future, is to try to get really a cross-section of careers and options for kids that they wouldn't even be aware of at their age right now, because there's so many emerging fields that a lot of people aren't aware of them.
Sure.
So even within healthcare. So it was really a good opportunity to bring all those people together, but we certainly want to expand our reach and the options for kids to talk to people in the future.
Most definitely. Most definitely. So any parting thoughts or anything else you wanted to touch base on?
Again, we really appreciate, the foundation has been successful for 28 years because of the support from the community. So whether it's the local fraternal organizations like Kiwanis and all those groups that support us and our students, local businesses, individuals, the teachers and the staff at the district, it really is the community coming together to support the kids, and we're just very appreciative for the support that we have, and we encourage anybody that would like to get involved with us, please give us a call, touch base. There's an option for you within the foundation.
Great, great. How long have you been the executive director?
I've only been there less than a year.
Okay.
But obviously there's a rich legacy there that really attracted me to the district and to the organization, so I'm thrilled to be there.
Well, great, and I'm thrilled to have met you.
Yeah.
I met you at Kiwanis at my a meeting a few weeks ago. Just what a pleasure.
Yeah, my pleasure as well.
And
Thanks for having me.
absolutely. Well, that was Joe Impellizzeri. I messed up.
Okay.
And he is with Utica Community Schools, the executive director of the Foundation for Educational Excellence. Before I leave you, I have an In the News story and then, of course, my joke of the week. This is very interesting. This is called The Drinkable Book, that is a scientific water breakthrough that will save countless lives. So across the globe, 3.4 million people die each year from water-related diseases. The statistic is really staggering because there's a lot of things that could be done to prevent these kind of deaths and the contamination of water. To educate people about the need for water is a tool that's called Water is Life. And researchers teamed up from Carnegie Mellon and also the University of Virginia to develop the Drinkable Book. Costing just pennies to produce, the innovative book teaches water hygiene, such as keeping trash and feces away from water sources, and serves as a filter that kills the deadly bacteria. So it's a book and a filtering system in one. The book functions like a scientific coffee filter. The water passes through and 99% of the harmful bacteria, more than 99%, are killed, making it comparable to the U.S. tap water. Each filter can provide up to 30 days worth of clean drinking water, and one book can offer potable water for up to 4 years. Wow, this is something we can drink too. And so on the screen, there'll be a website for you to look into if you're interested in finding out more about Water is Life. And finally, I leave you with my joke of the week. I like this one. Jesus, Moses, and an old man are playing golf. They step up to a par 3. Jesus is up first. He drives the ball short into the water trap in front of the green. So Jesus, being Jesus, walks on the water, chips the ball onto the green, and putts for a par. Moses is next. He drives the ball into the same water trap. So Moses, being Moses, parts the water, chips the ball onto the green, and putts for par. The old man is up. He drives the ball, and it's headed up for the water trap. Before the ball lands in the water, a fish jumps out and catches the ball in its mouth. Before the fish lands back in the water, a bird swoops down, snags the fish, and begins to fly away. As it's circling over the green, a bolt of lightning strikes the bird, causing it to drop the fish onto the green. The ball pops out of the fish's mouth and rolls into the hole for a hole-in-one. Jesus turns to the old man and says, "Dad, if you don't stop fooling around, we're not going to bring you next time." That's all. Thank you for joining us on this week's episode of Symington Says.